Birds are dying around the world. Fish are dying by the hundreds of thousands around the world. This is genocide. This is poison. This is a crime. Crime against humanity, crime against America, crime against the citizens of this great country. They must be stopped. Thank you.
They experience hair loss that is replaced by pseudo hair. They have fatigue and a number of what they call lesions, which has like a crust over it or a pseudo skin, or some people call it a callus, where these fibers and other materials.
Bonjour à tous. Je crois qu'il était temps de faire un petit travail sur les chemtrails. Les chemtrails ou chemtrails, mais ça se prononce chemtrails. Après, je sais pas, tout le monde semble connaître ces traînées chimiques, hein, chem pour chemical et trails pour traîner dans le ciel en fait.
Well, here's my video submission for Jordan's. Yes, that's right. Psychotronic Hellride.
What is it?
It is a collection of videos created by me. Oh, him. Yes, there is. I mean, how could there not be?
Bonjour à tous. L'armée américaine chercherait-elle un moyen de contrôler le climat? C'est la question qu'on se pose aujourd'hui dans les reportages. Contrôler le climat en déclenchant par exemple des cyclones ou en provoquant des sécheresses. L'idée paraît farfelue et pourtant, en plein Alaska, l'armée américaine développe depuis plusieurs années un programme de recherche scientifique et militaire sur l'ionosphère.
Les premiers flocons sont précoces à Pékin. Ils sont tombés 2 mois plus tôt que l'an dernier. Une anomalie qui n'a rien de naturel. Les climatologues chinois disent avoir envoyé dans l'atmosphère des particules chimiques qui déclenchent ces précipitations.
Bonjour à tous. Je crois qu'il était temps de faire un petit travail sur les chemtrails. Les chemtrails ou chemtrails, mais ça se prononce chemtrails. Après, bon, je sais pas, tout le monde semble connaître ces traînées chimiques, hein, chem pour chemical et trails pour traîner dans le ciel en fait. À ne pas confondre avec les contrails, c'est les traînées de condensation, contrails, donc condensation de l'eau, de vapeur d'eau donc qui se transforme, qui se cristallise, mais ceci ne peut pas se faire dans des altitudes trop basses. C'est à partir de 30 000 pieds et à des températures vraiment très basses. Autrement, ça se passe pas. Les contrails sont des traînées hyper fines et qui disparaissent très très vite, qui ne suivent pas l'avion très très longtemps. Les chemtrails, par contre, ce sont ce que vous voyez à l'écran. Ce sont des traînées chimiques extrêmement persistantes qui ne disparaissent pas. Vous le voyez là, il est sous vos yeux. C'est un avion qui est en train de faire un épandage. Et vous voyez aussi dans le ciel toutes ces traînées qui sont des traînées chimiques qui descendent dans l'atmosphère et qui finissent par atterrir sur la Terre et dans votre oxygène, dans votre respiration.
Death dumps, otherwise known as chemical trails, are being dropped and sprayed throughout the United States, in England, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Europe, and I have personally seen them not only in the United States but in Mexico and Canada. Birds are dying around the world. Fish are dying by the hundreds of thousands around the world. This is genocide. This is poison. This is murder by the United Nations. This element within our society that's doing this must be stopped. I happen to know of 2 of the locations where the airplanes are that dump this crap on us. 4 of the planes are out of the Air National Guard, Lincoln, Nebraska, and the other planes are out of Fort Still, Oklahoma. I personally have observed the planes that were standing still in Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, at the Air National Guard. They have no markings on them. They're huge bomber-like airplanes with no markings. This is a crime against humanity, a crime against America, a crime against the citizens of this great country. They must be stopped. Thank you. I'm Ted Gunderson.
Grow out of their body, and these fibers burn at 1,400 degrees or more. And they also have where it's either black, blue, or red, or even white fibers. They experience hair loss that is replaced by pseudo hair. They have fatigue and a number of what they call lesions, which has like a crust over it or a pseudo skin, or some people call it a callus, where these fibers and other materials accumulate under the skin.
Doctor, we're just showing some photographs as you're speaking, and this thing is hideous. It looks really alien on the human body.
Well, it is a true foreign invader, meaning a foreign invader is something that comes into the body and is not recognized by the body and attacks the body's defense mechanism. And in this case, the materials which were identified at the end of the study, which was under Project FM,
Doctor, this may be a ridiculous question, but the chemical analysis of these fibers, is it earthly or is it extraterrestrial?
No. What I found was earthly, meaning when these nanoparticles come into the body, and they could become as smart dust or straight particles, what happens is it has some kind of nanoparticle which is called a nano assembler, meaning it uses body materials to make its network of fibers.
Fibers that came from a chemtrail sample. Now, how did that come to you? What did it look like when you saw it just with the naked eye?
Well, what it looked like was just like cotton candy, like just white cotton candy in a bag, and then also a twig was attached. Because the person who took the sample saw it falling from the sky and was able to gather it and date it when they gathered it and put it into a proper Ziploc bag.
Savez-vous que dans la région Midi-Pyrénées, précisément à Graffentour en pleine campagne, ces fils sont tombés. Ils tombent du ciel comme par magie. Et n'aimons pas rester ignorants parce que les recherches sur Internet ou quand on va demander à des laboratoires, etc., ça nous n'apporte aucune réponse. Soit on se fait jeter, soit on nous dit gentiment qu'ils ne savent pas, c'est pas grave et qu'ils ne savent pas. Donc on se trouve face à quelque chose qui a l'air vivant. Plus je fais des observations, plus elles sont en corrélation avec celles faites par cet institut. Je rappelle que la maladie de Morgelon, ce sont ces mêmes fils qui poussent sous la peau et qui créent des liaisons, donc cette maladie est toujours plus ou moins reconnue.
يعني ما بيني وبينها إلا 5 أمتار، الحين ترد على السيارة. هذه قدر إلهية سبحان الله، نزلت الأرض الحين. فأنا مستعجب صراحة. ممكن حد يصدق أو ما حد يصدق إنها تسحابة. الحين طاحت في الأرض ونشبت في الشبك. هاي لا كيف تقسمت إلى أجزاء. الحين جزء طاح منها ودخل داخل المزارع. سحابة غريبة اشتلت. فأنا اليوم صراحة مستغرب المنطقة هذه، أشياء غرايب فيها أشوفها. الحين طلعت فوق. هل تصدق يا أخي؟ سحابة
What I have for you is one of the most dangerous projects the United States government has ever attempted that's going on live in our atmosphere, and the general public are still blissfully unaware of it.
HAARP, High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program.
It is a field of antennas on the ground in southeastern Alaska, so linked together as to work as one giant antenna. It's 360 antennas. Each can generate 10,000 watts, 3.6 million watts collectively. The largest legal AM radio station in the U.S. is only 50,000 watts. But they're not broadcasting out, they're broadcasting up.
When HAARP is fired up, all those antennas shoot powerful radio waves into the ionosphere, the uppermost part of the atmosphere. They literally heat it.
Researching earthquake weapons or has researched earthquake weapons.
Certains ont songé à dissiper préventivement la puissance des grands séismes en provoquant plusieurs petits. Et cette idée s'est concrétisée. Une machine a été construite dans ce but. Elle est née dans le cerveau des ingénieurs de l'ex-Union soviétique en pleine guerre froide. Conçue pour fournir une nouvelle source d'énergie, la machine à tremblement de terre avait la puissance d'un petit réacteur nucléaire. Les sismologues voulurent s'en servir pour mesurer l'épaisseur de la croûte terrestre. Le principe de cette expérience était le suivant. En traversant un puissant champ magnétique, l'échappement d'une tuyère de fusée provoquait des sortes de coups de foudre capables de se propager jusqu'à 50 km de profondeur. Ce qui se produisit alors les étonna beaucoup. La Terre répliqua par des micro-séismes. De là à imaginer qu'en soulageant la pression accumulée sous la croûte terrestre, on pourrait éviter un grand séisme comme celui qui menace Istanbul, il n'y a qu'un pas qu'il ne faudrait pas franchir à la légère. Car si une telle machine était positionnée sur une faille tectonique, nul ne sait ce qui pourrait advenir. Peut-être une incontrôlable réaction en chaîne de tremblements de terre et de tsunamis dans le monde entier.
Il est très difficile d'expérimenter sur mère nature, et nous devons être très prudents. On pourrait en fait déclencher un séisme plus important que celui que nous tenterions d'éviter.
Des militaires américains ont acheté la machine à tremblement de terre à l'issue de la guerre froide. Où est-elle aujourd'hui? Nul ne le sait.
Before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
A whole stack of floors piled up on top of each other, and then a spindle of core columns standing too.
The core of each of the twin towers consisted of 47 massive steel columns. If the floors had broken loose from them, these columns would have still been sticking up into the air 1,000 feet.
The plane did not cut all those core column
buildings to take the impact of the Boeing 707 hitting the building at any location.
I believe that the building probably could sustain multiple impacts.
What can do that? What can move mass out of the way? Explosives.
Mother or something? You gotta get back. You know that. You gotta get back. All right. I know.
The way we do this is by cutting the beam at an angle.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no secret is revealed. That is why the Athenian lawmaker Solon decreed it a crime for any citizen to shrink from controversy. I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people, confident that with your help, man will be what he was born to be, free and independent.
気象庁の観測によりますと、今日午後2時46分ごろ、三陸沖を震源地とするマグニチュード 8.8 の巨大地震が起きました。この地震で福島県相馬港では午後3時50分に7メートル30センチ以上、波の高さがわからない状態となっています。このため東北などではこれまでに観測された7メートルを超える大津波よりさらに大きな津波が押し寄せている恐れがあるということです。
Do you believe in life on other planets?
Oh, yes. There's not much question at all. But there's life throughout the universe. We're not alone in the universe at all.
You're convinced that we're not alone in the universe?
Oh, I know for sure we're not alone in the universe. Now, have we been able to identify for sure where the other planets are? No, we have not. Certainly not in our solar system. But they've identified quite a number of planets now that very likely could be life-bearing planets. And I happen to be privileged enough to have be in on the fact that we have been visited on this planet. And the UFO phenomenon is real, although it's been covered up by our governments for quite a long time.
Whoa! Hang on a minute, but this is big. Whoa, all of this is quite a shock to me.
Well, I'm sorry, you haven't been reading the papers recently. It's starting to open up quite a bit.
So you're telling me, well, there's a lot of information to take on board. Hang on a minute. I mean, listen, I've heard like, you know, crazy UFO nuts tell me this kind of thing before. I've never had Dr. Ed Mitchell, you know, the sixth man to walk on the moon, a respected scientist in his own right, announced to me that we've been visited by aliens from other planets, and that they definitely are out there. There's no debating it.
Well, that's the first time you've ever talked to me, or I've told you about it before. And there's quite a few of us. It's been well covered up by all of our governments for the last 60 years or so. But slowly it's leaked out, and some of us are privileged to have been briefed on some of it. I happen to have grown up in I don't even know whether you know this place, Roswell, New Mexico, where presumably the Roswell incident of 1947 took place, and I'm quite knowledgeable of the lore there, and since I grew up there. But I've also been in military circles and intelligence circles that knows beneath the surface of what has been public knowledge.
Ante las declaraciones de Stephen Hawking en abril del 2010 respecto a que contactar con seres extraterrestres podría ser peligroso, Paul Hellyer, el exministro de Defensa de Canadá, señaló que Hawking miente y que el gobierno de Stephen, el del Reino Unido y los gobiernos de otros países ya han tenido contacto con otras inteligencias y que esta comunicación ha contribuido positivamente al avance tecnológico de la humanidad.
Some of the people involved in what they call the black operations, the reverse engineering of the technology that came from the crashes and other contact with the extraterrestrials, is so interesting and so secret that certain elements of the United States government wanted to keep it secret even from their political leaders. And they've been working underground for years and years and years, and heaven only knows what they've accomplished, but in my opinion, it would be a very great deal